Hey guys, Mecha-san here with another, well, this time Mojo Plays reaction video here, and of course it's centered around Assassin's Creed because they do a lot of the Assassin's Creed videos are what I like about these guys here. I wish they could do something for Gundam, but like top 10 best mobile suits to have in Gundam Maxi Boost On, but we don't, so we got this here. And it's the top 10 worst bosses in Assassin's Creed games. And I love how, to begin with, we've got Assassin's Creed 2, Rodrigo Borgia as the Pope. I wouldn't call this the worst. It certainly is silly here. I mean, this is an old man in ridiculously popish robes, past his prime, way past his prime, versus Ezio Auditore, who by this point in time is just about passing his prime, give or take. At least by the standards of the era he's on. And he's fighting them, and they're fighting in a fist fight. By all rights, Ezio should be kicking his ass 3 ways a Sunday. The only reason this can get off of the path is because Ezio was badly injured. That's the only reason, but still. Everybody this is considered to be like the top 10 worst decisions characters made in Assassin's Creed games. This will be one of them here where he definitely should not have let Rodrigo go. I know historically speaking, Rodrigo Borgia didn't die at this point, but I don't know the way they had Ezio do it here. It really just shows he's still his naivete, and it bit him in the ass. So you learn a lesson. But let's get on with it here. Worst fights here. Oh boy, yeah. I did not like Robel de Sable's fight. The final boss in AC Origins here, that Flavios, whatever. Well, let's take a look here.
Alright then, if that's how you want to play it.
Welcome to
10 seconds later.
Josh here again, and today we're judging the 10 worst bosses in the Assassin's Creed games. This time around, we'll be looking at instances where the big baddie at the end of the mission was disappointing, frustrating, or just not very much fun. Now, the idea of a boss fight has gradually evolved since the series began, originating as an extra complex level where all you had to do was reach the proper spot for a takedown.
Yeah, in the end, boss fights I don't think boss fights really do work well in Assassin's Creed.
The bosses
well,
are named and are the main objective to take out, they're being put under the Mojo microscope. And
yeah, I will have to say that when it comes to a boss fight in Assassin's Creed, they're kind of redundant, really. It's like, wow, you're supposed to be an assassin here. You're supposed to try to kill these guys, like, swift and steady, without you're never supposed to give them a chance to fight.
And so, consider subscribing, hit and blading that like button, and leave a lovely comment so you won't miss more like this.
Corpses do not have boots.
Really?
Galan, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay. You know what? At this point, I don't care.
You're on the wrong side of the giant's wall, friend.
I'm sure you've heard the term setting yourself up for failure. Well, Galan excels at the phrase. Don't expect this.
I don't care. I mean, at this point, it's been so long, so.
Cracking open the door to his hut, you'll find him standing in a hole. Like,
hello there.
Of course, he's surrounded by numerous explosive fire pots. Because his line of sight is blocked, you're also free to perform a stealth attack, wiping out most of his health before the fight begins. Funny enough, this isn't some entry-level boss.
What the?
By the time you reach the quest, Honor has 2 edges, you'll be many hours deep into the experience. Man really wanted to go out with a bang.
Fool, he might have talked. We got what we came for.
Seabrand of Acre, Assassin's Creed.
My authority? Or you perhaps? hoping to turn my own knights against me?
We mentioned it in Worst Missions in Assassin's Creed, so I gotta say it again here. Seabrand can be found on the back of a boat. All seems well and good after all.
Yeah,
This boss does allow
Seabrand.
you the variety of choosing how to approach him. The problem is that Master Assassin Altair missed swimming lessons and will instantly die upon touching water. Parkouring towards him means navigating these.
Technically, it's because the Animus cannot render at this point. The Animus 1.0 can't really render C. It crashes, so
Sporadically placed posts, which with even slightly imprecise timing will kill you, setting you all the way back to the portion of the mission where you have to locate him. The
yeah, that was
arbitrary
annoying.
combo of having to remain unspotted while having to slowly hop from pillar to pillar to avoid a misstep is simply infuriating, and I've said before, in need of a fine-tuning to this day.
Yeah.
You've caused quite a stir.
Yeah, again, it was at best, it was a start. What is the first Assassin's Creed here? It does need. I still love the game. I still love it here. Controls do need some, like he said, fine tuning.
Rodrigo Borgia, Assassin's Creed 2.
You can't. It's my destiny. Mine.
Love this.
I don't know.
Or hate it. I think it.
Yeah, I kind of like.
Here.
Again,
with Rodrigo, it was narratively impactful and had a great build up to Ezio's eventual clash with the Eden-wielding figurehead, but it does conclude with you painstakingly fist-fighting the Pope, which is,
that was kind of dumb.
A little goofy. You can also
that's the whole point.
Landing a solid hit on him, so sometimes it's just best to put the controller down to hear the banter. Never something you'd really want in a climatic boss battle. Even so, I'm pretty sure
I like it.
never lost this fight, since Ezio has the upper hand the entire time, and the Pope doesn't exactly whip out a tombstone pile driver. We players didn't necessarily want the ringside slam down when finally cornering the head of the Borgias, and for better
and the Templar Grand Master
will be remembered, just maybe not for the right reasons.
Well, it depends. It depends on who you ask.
No.
Laureano Torres, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Really?
Then can we ever a splinter in my side?
Edward's story.
I don't know about that. I mean, it looks like what I expected from killing an assassin, killing a mentor, an assassin target.
Merely another group of low-level enemies, with the catch that Torres will be changing the environment ever so slightly, with force fields using, ancient magic. Ultimately,
ancient. He's really.
To perform an assassin.
It's technology, ancient technology, well beyond our time here.
From most angles.
You might as well call it Star Trek does magic.
You first wipe the floor with the jobbers and must slowly climb about the room, scratching your head about how exactly to reach him. All the while,
really?
He stands perfectly still like any other NPC.
Yeah, that. Again, how is the worst boss?
Assassin's Creed 3.
Alright, this boss I can get. Whoa! What the heck? Are you using the original console or like the remaster?
But tacked alongside it are asinine requirements to achieve 100% sync and completion.
I kind of like that actually. I missed that here. The optional objectives here.
And not bump into anyone. Yes, a single shove means you failed at accurately recreating history, and I haven't even mentioned the explosive barrels everywhere that pop for seemingly no reason. As one of the last missions in the game, this left us feeling bitter. Even if it was an interesting change of pace for a boss, the idea was golden, the execution was more frustrating than it had to be.
Definitely agreed.
Chase eventually, lowering the difficulty of certain jumps, but the damage for most was already done.
Ooh, boy. Kind of want to do a compare and contrast thing between the original and this and the remaster.
Beast of the Hills, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
And an angry drunk.
Now that we've gone open world as a series, assassins have to contend
with
the
bear
beasts their environment has to offer. And while the number of enemy types has grown, this newer style of combat hasn't quite caught up. Exemplified in this dungeon of a colossal drunk bear. Foremost,
a drunk bear
to murder you in a few solid hits, and heal itself completely, meaning if you're
What?
at a high enough level, you'll probably waste a half an
Are you using the Excalibur there? So basically, it's like those animals of legend from Odyssey.
Occasionally, the beast
Bugs.
will be able to hit you while standing behind it, or even at a distance. Plus, the animations can be very unclear. It can be hard
Is that
to
for
determine
PC
whether
or the
is
console?
healing or just standing
Or both?
still, which can cause what feels like unfair hits. With the cherry on top, that numerous players have reported the bear spawning inside the terrain of the hill, making its loot unobtainable. Feels like
Oh,
you're fighting
boy.
the game code itself and not the boss.
Yeah, alright.
There, they're falling in a meat barrel.
Shit.
The Storm Fortress, Assassin's Creed
Ooh.
Rogue.
Ooh. Yeah, legendary ship battles. Those are a pain.
The last legendary ship battle, and this one is a doozy. Despite its size, it'll always be moving at what feels like 10 times faster than you. So if you can't find the magic area to cower in its blind spot, it'll sink you in seconds. No exaggeration. This is largely in part to the unlimited, unending mortar fire, which can spread incendiary damage.
Incendiary. Oh, damn.
And there are the two legendaries that come to back.
Argonaut and Scepter.
If they decide to sandwich you, GG, try again. Or if you take out one without damaging the other, the remaining legendary will become far more aggressive and aim to ruin your night. It just
Holy
seems
crap.
to break all conventions of every other ship battle.
Been a while that I played Rogue here, so
traits at once. Being that the
maybe I think I maybe just struggle here.
Ship, along with its buddies, they have acted as the roadblock between countless players and 100%.
Ugh. I gotta check if I ever beat these guys in Rogue. But yeah, the ship. I still remember some of the ship battles I had in like Black Flag here. Like when you had to fight the twin ships. Woo, that was a pain. So yeah, like these legendary ship battles can be such a headache. So yeah, they deserve to be on the list.
Assassin's Creed Origins.
Co-op. Oh yeah. The Scarab Sun.
Tall dude in honorable combat by punching him into the dirt. It sounds like your average fistfight mission at first, but someone downloaded a copy of the Matrix into the Animus, and this guy got a hold of it. Co-op will take tens of minutes off your life as he hops backwards every second to dodge all of your attacks, and when at max distance can perform an attack to erase at least half of your health. Meanwhile, your punches
yeah, I think I died like one or twice against this guy.
His HP.
And he was tough.
People didn't realize you were allowed to use a shield bash in this fight, and without it, you'll be hard pressed to get the life lead.
Did I realize that? I don't remember.
Punching underwater,
but yeah, this guy was tough.
Easily tedious or a frustrating bore. Most agree it was just not very fun.
Just kill me.
Number.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, I get it. Like, that guy has been training ever since, we killed his father. He's been working and everything, wanting this moment. And Bayek, Bayek is no slouch here, but he's gotten old. He even calls you an old man a few times. And by this point, Bayek kind of is. The Witch. From Bloodlines.
Assassin's Creed
Never played.
Bloodlines.
My claw.
Never played. I should play.
God grant me strength to snap your bones.
The Sony PSP's first Assassin's Creed game also happens to contain one of the series' most broken bosses of all time.
Yeah, this was set after the event of the first game.
Dungeon, overflowing with fog, and checks every box to decay your sanity, as she chains attacks until you're dead. Though most of the time, you'll have no idea where she is, as she'll retreat into the fog to heal, call in goons to distract and damage you, then unleash an unblockable special attack to ensure your first few attempts are guaranteed game overs.
Damn!
It wouldn't be the perfect annoying boss if she didn't also throw crap at you when at a good enough distance and
of course
out of reach of your throwing knives, so you can't do the same to her.
Okay, that is dumb.
Altair's last words to her were a little nicer than ours would have been.
Forgive me for this.
Forgive me for this. Yeah, maybe a bit nice, but that's Assassin's way.
Caledonian Boar, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
What's the problem? A creature beyond the understanding of mortals claims these grounds. You have been warned.
Y'all who know.
The Caledonian. Yeah.
It's one thing to fight off a feral oracle in a vision-obscuring dungeon. It's an entirely separate, maddening experience.
Yeah.
To get your butt kicked by a gang of fuzzy pigs and
the thing it's called like little piglet reinforcements here, stuff like that. Obviously, yeah, we had the fire attribute damage, but another way it was simply get high. get a bounty on your head here, lure the bounty hunters in, let them duke it out.
In the country,
That's what everyone did, actually.
Ultimately designed to tower above mythical monstrosities to players' bewilderment. These hogs are immensely difficult in all aspects, including lightning speed, heavy damage, and an unrelenting nature to see you perish. We even gotta give some props to the farting boar for at least
the farting boar.
One. The Caledonian, however, has no such morals. It's incredibly difficult to predict their attacks, like any other ordinary soldier, and you'll likely find yourself swearing off fighting these creatures.
Yeah, I wonder if it's easier to beat these guys if you've done all the, like, Fate of Atlantis DLC and got all those abilities.
I should get this pelt back to Daphne at the temple.
But
Do you
yeah.
agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip.
Oh boy, and all to get like the armor of like the Amazonian Athena hunter, something like that. That's from what I recall, yeah. Del Spores, yeah. No. Props to anyone who actually completed it with themselves here. Like even before you actually got the DLC stuff and those abilities here. But for everyone else, we just want to kill this boar, and so we'll use every dirty trick in the book. Hey, I don't care here. Like, hey, bring in the bounty hunters after us here, especially those that have like the exotic, like legendary or exotic loot there. Here, you killed 2 birds with 1 stone there. 2 or 3 birds with 1 stone. That's great. So yeah, overall, okay. It's an okay list here. Some of these are like, eh. Like the governor, really? Where's boss fight? Where's boss fight? If anything, that's in line to what I want Assassin's Creed to be here, where you kill the target assassin style. That's great from my opinion. And the Borgia fight there, I like that fight here. At least it's not the worst. It's silly. It's one of the silliest fights, but not the worst. Oh yeah, but you could put more legendary ships in that fight. Oh god. So everyone, thank you for watching. As always, kind of what you all thought. Like, subscribe for a video. Till next one, this is Mecha-san, logging out.